Morning, it's an OI day. Genesis Garment Steamer Platinum. There is a smaller version to this called Genesis Garment Steamer Pro. Okay, very simple. As usual, you've got a big diagram in here. This is a steamer. You've got a big diagram that tells you of all the tools you expected to get with their names. It's got a nice picture here, just the box all around as well. Now in here, you've got a 1-year quality guarantee. Now this is a steamer that comes compact with its own stand. However, it can be portable. You don't have to use it with the stand. You can actually remove it from the stand. There's a lot to talk about from this, but there's also a lot to learn. I think it's actually, I've never focused on steamers, but yeah. So what's amazing about this product is the fact that it's got a built-in ironing board. It's onboard ironing board. Onboard ironing board. Okay. Okay. Polyester in here. Let's try. And you just pull the box up. Shake, 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 shake. We're almost there. We're almost there. Hi-bo. Hi-bo. Don't like that. Doesn't sit well with my teeth. Okay. Always when you open a product that's got these, always check around because sometimes they attach attachments like tools and remotes in these. Don't like them. That noise. Just like this one here. There's tools attaching to this. So whenever you open a unit like this, I've had people in the family where they've thrown away, immediately they remove this and throw it away, only to find that they're throwing away some tools. Okay. That's just want to get myself away from this torture. I don't like that noise. Freedom. It's necessary because it's designed to safeguard this unit in the box, in transit, so it's necessary. Okay, I've got everything upside down here, so we're gonna try and get organized again. So what's the first thing? The first thing is to get everything out. We're gonna be neat today because that has disturbed me. I'm not throwing things down. And yeah, so this is a garment steamer. This in its name tells you already it's designed for steaming and not steaming specific clothes. It's designed for steaming almost everything as long as it's made of garment. That is why its name is called garment steamer. So what are we doing now? We're going to try and aim to just put everything down here and then put it together. We can't just try to cut. One thing I like about this already, I can see that as big as it is, I'm not going to need any tool to assemble this. And that's amazing because with these gadgets, you normally need tools. Okay, so first things first, we always do is get every piece out, put it in their families, and then understand, do I have everything according to the box? And do I have everything as expected as the OI is showing me? So I must say, OI. Okay, so let's get back to business. We said earlier on, there is a smaller version of this. It's called Garment Steamer Pro. I still wish to do the video of that one day. Hopefully, Verimac is going to send me one as well. I don't know. Do you wish for Verimac to send me one? Just comment and say, OI. As if those work. Okay. We got everything that we possibly need. So what are we going to do now is we're gonna take the box and we're just gonna keep it aside, just so that we've got enough space here. Now, I've got a manual book. We're gonna take the manual book. We're gonna keep it aside. It's very important. Let's put everything in there. We've got these, which is the 2 bars. We've got this pipe here. Don't have its name. I'm gonna try and create a name for it. We've got this red little knob here. We've got something that looks like a sieve or a filter. We've got a brush attachment here, and we've got an arm holder, and we've got, this is for hangers, and okay. Let's firstly, before we assemble it, already I can see a few things. We've got this is where your clothes will hang, and you'll see as we're going, but it's also an ironing board. This is where you control this, because it can remain either upright as we see on the photo, it remains like this, or it can tilt into this angle, or it can tilt into 180 angle. And for it to do that, you control it here at the back. You just pull this down. As you pull this down, it becomes loose. Okay. Now, this is our main unit. Now, this is what I meant when I said this is also compact, because, okay, before we go there, this is also compact. This is our water tank. To open our water tank, we just unscrew here, load with water, and you put it back here. Okay, very simple. Okay, earlier on I said this is also compact. Why is it also compact? Because this is the actual steamer. This is the actual steamer. This is the stand. When you build up the stand, what you see here, this is the stand. The stand has an onboard ironing board. So you want to build up the stand, but you don't have to have the steamer in the stand. That is why the steamer has got a handle. So if you happen to be in a position, for example, if you got really high walls and you're probably doing curtains while they're hanging on the rail, and maybe you're on a ladder, you don't need the stand. You can literally hold this on your hand and just go up there with it. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is, before doing anything, we're going to build up the stand. How do we build up the stand? We're going to build up the stand. How? We're going to connect these. How do we connect these? Ideally, you always want these controls on the outside, not on the inside. Ideally, you want them on the outside, but let's try and see if we can get it on the inside. Hi. So, we'll get it on the outside. Actually, I've got it on the inside now. What I wanted that it's on the outside. Cool. Now, once we have that, remember you can extend these to your desired height. But on this case, for now, we're going to keep it low. Hey. Oh, I had locked it there. Okay, even this side, you can extend it. It can really go high. Really high. Really high. Okay, let's go there. So the aim now is I just want to put it back while I assemble this. Now, what do we need to do is, from there, our stand is perfect. The only thing that we now need to do is to connect our ironing board. So, to connect our ironing board, all we need to do is you slightly pull these up first. So just the top one, top lever, open it up a bit, pull it up, open up a bit, pull it up. Ideally, you want to open it fully so that you've got a proper balance. And then all you do is they just slide in here. That's all. They just slide in, and you can actually feel when they clamped. So what do you do is you basically pull this down, and it allows you to sit in this angle, and you pull it further down, and it goes in this 180 degrees angle. Now remember, this is not replacing your ironing board. So the workmanship of this is not designed to replace your ironing board. Why am I saying that? Because it's not as firm as a regular ironing board. Remember, a regular ironing board, this is in this position. A regular ironing board legs are in this position so that you can even lean on it. So this is an onboard ironing board, not replacing your ironing board. I will explain just now why I'm saying that. Now, what I want to do is, okay, I actually want to put the steamer, but before I put the steamer, I need to connect this. Why must I connect this? Because this is where I'm going to be hooking my hangers. So this is also very simple. It just slide in here. That's all. Just slides in there, and that's it. So this is where I'm going to be hooking my hangers now. So if I've got a hanger, just hooks in there, and then I just go and steam. You probably have seen when you walk into different clothing stores, they've got steamers like this, but they don't have this. It's just it is literally one stick, and when the guys working in the stores are steaming the clothing, you'll find that they have to hold on the bottom, and then they have to move with the steamer. This is really amazing because why? Because of having this when you're doing your shirts on a vertical motion, this you don't really have to hold on the bottom, because it's almost like you've got that wall. And it's not your wardrobe wall, because most steamers at home, when they sell you these steamers and they say you can iron on hangers, you need to go against your wardrobe door, or you go against the wall, which is not safe because it's a hot steam. It might damage it. So having this is actually amazing. Now, what's missing here is we now need, on this side, we now need to hang this, hook this here. This is where the pipe is going to be held. Okay, it's nice and firm. There we go. We now need to insert the steamer. After inserting the steamer, we now, before inserting the steamer, let's insert these two. Before we insert the steamers, you've got these two things here. Okay, with these two, the white one is a filter, because it's there. Should there be some fungus or some things that have went into your water by accident, and as they're draining, it's making sure that it's going to stop all. Just saying, maybe you've got a child, and when they were putting water here, they put some beads, or so they put some coin. It's gonna, as the water is coming out and as it drips, it's gonna get trapped here because you've got a filter. That's what this is for. Remember when when I unboxed the machine, this was separate. Now, this is also optional. This is also optional. I prefer not using it. You can use it as well. If you don't want, you don't need to use it. This is almost like to limit the flow of the water. So what you do is you attach it here inside. You attach it here, and there we go. But what it does is it limits the flow of the water. You don't have to have it. Let's just see if I'm actually correct. If you attach it that side or this side. Let's just see. Actually, my bad. I think you attach it this side. Let's get it together. But what it does is it just limits the flow of the water. There we go. So you will attach it on the outside, or you can attach it on the inside. It's just designed to just that the water doesn't flow or overflow, but you don't really need to have it. It's just one of those things where they have it. I'll actually prefer not to have this. It's not a train smash if you don't have it. Okay, you've got a glove. The glove is just in case it happens that while you're steaming, you're in a position where you want to touch this, which is the sole plate, then you can use the glove. But other than that, I've never used the glove because I have used this steamer before and I really liked it. It's just that it's big. For a day-to-day usage, I prefer the small one, but when I'm doing like the house laundry, I'll obviously use this one here. I prefer it in this way, in that way. Now we need to attach our pipe. Your pipe is very simple. It's not a screw-on pipe. You just need to insert and lock. Now the pipe, depending on how high your stand is, will rather come all the way and it will hook in there. Now this brush here gets attached here. In here, you will attach it there. You will push it in there. Now this brush plays two roles in there. I use it for two roles. Role number one is if I'm now steaming, I'm steaming fluffy clothes, I'm steaming fluffy things, the brush is there to actually remove the fluff. Or if you're steaming your jersey, it's there to just like almost brush your jerseys on your jacket and also remove any pete or fluff as you're steaming. So it's there. Number two, if you are steaming formal outfit, you can also use it for creating pleats while things are hanging on the hanger. Because what it does is you open it up here. So you will open this up, and while things are hanging on the hanger, you will insert your shirt and then you'll run the pleat through this. So it clips to ensure that it binds, and then the steam will create that pleat. So if you want to create those creases or pleats or mutete, This is where this comes in handy. Now, remember, you don't need to depend on this for the pleats and creases. This is where you can actually tilt this or tilt it like so, and this is where you will have to remove the brush. Why? Because now I am using this as a steam iron. Remember, it's got a sole plate, but it's not a heated sole plate. This sole plate heats up as a result of the steam. So if you are doing your formal outfit, you can actually use this as a regular steam iron. Basically, this is a steamer and a steam iron at the same time. It is a 2-in-1. Now remember, if I am just moving around home, I'm putting the beddings. When I'm putting the beddings, I don't need to iron it before putting it on. I can just put the bedding on first. You can literally just carry this and walk with it. You don't need to have it on the stand. This is just the stand. This is just the stand, just like the garment steamers we all see when we go to clothing outlets. But remember what I said, they've got one stick and you have to hang in there and you have to hold on the bottom. Sometimes somebody has to help you. In this one here, in this case, everything is built in here. It makes it easier and simple for you as a family. Okay, now we put it back. Ideally for a steamer, always use filtered water or boiled water because it's just good that way. Pre-boiled water, so you must have boiled water, your water. Now remember, once again, we're just going to extend this. This can really go high. So it can be really taller. So I just want to extend it and then I want to put it on the ground. Okay, so we're going to extend it. Let's place it on the ground because we want to see how tall can this really get, and we can even still extend it here. I am 168 in height, and I can tell you this is almost 1.4 meters, if not longer, but it is quite long. So, and then in that case, you will attach this here and then attach it this side. Voila, there you have it. Pull in. That is already above 1.7 already, because in that height it's actually taller than me, so that's already above that level. And yes, if you look at it, it's all the way on the ground. The pipe itself is actually taller than the stand itself, so it is quite tall, the pipe. And you can actually steam. Remember, you're going to be hanging your hangers here, and while your clothes are here, you actually steam. Should you find yourself in a position where you need just a bit of the angle, you can actually, and believe me, this is a nice firm angle. Now remember, as I said earlier on, this is an onboard, this is an added feature. This is not replacing your ironing board. If you want your ironing board, or if you want the same features on the ironing board, you will have to use the ironing board. But this is an onboard ironing board. It's there. It's said, because the space is here already, let's not waste it. Let's put an ironing board. So it's actually quite firm. Of course, you will have to take one hand, support the onboard, just so that you can. And you will see that it's actually nice and firm. Okay. And right here, when you're done or halfway, you can hold it like so. I really like it. I've used it before, but I wanted to share with everyone here today. Now remember, one thing I like about the steamers and one thing I've learned about the Genesis steamers is that they produce a hot dry steam. I'll give you an example. When the steam is coming out, if you put your hand at the distance, you will find that it's not spitting out water like the regular cheap steamers that you find in stores. Those steamers, they spit out water. And you'll find that because it's hot steam, if you put your hand at like 5-centimeter distance between the steamer and your hand, you will not be able to hold your hand for longer than 5 seconds. That's how hot the steam is. It's not about how much steam comes out, it's about how hot the steam is, because the hot the steam is, the quicker it can kill viruses and germs and fungus, and it can disinfect, sanitize. So the reason why I will use, or a person should be using a steamer other than just doing your clothing, you should be using it on your car seats, on your mattresses, on your couches, on your curtains, because you want to sanitize, deodorize, disinfect, removing funny smells. removing all the chojos that might be on your pillow, because at night you're sleeping and your head is just itching. You want to use a steamer on that. You can't just wake up in the middle of the night and wash a pillow. But with the steamer, you can actually go and clean that pillow and kill any germs or disinfect. And that's how a steamer works. Okay, so we're going to be going into load shedding. If I didn't cover anything for you, please comment below on the comment section, and we are always happy to do a video for you and cover things. But that's your Genesis Garment Steamer Platinum, and good everyone. Oi!